I'm Claire Parker.
And I'm Ashley Hamilton.
And this is a very special advice-specific edition of the Good Notice Things podcast here at the Thread Studio. This is Worm to the Wise.
Duds edition.
Yeah.
Extra worms.
We have asked you guys for some piece of advice.
Some questions that you need advice on.
No, we asked them for advice. What did they give us?
We are giving the advice.
I needed help first. Okay, we have asked you guys for some questions, and we are going to be giving you our answers.
Do you want to start?
Sure. I'm the maid of honor in a few weddings this year.
A few. Okay, bestie.
On one of the recent bachelorettes, every single conversation was about men. I'm the only single one in the group of 8, and during all of these conversations, the other women substituted my beautiful baby dog as my version of a boyfriend. That's crazy. That's your son. It's like you can't date your son. There was just a lot of pitying and like treating me like I'm unaccomplished and less than them because I'm single. I might be projecting a little, but this honestly is pretty accurate. I also know that I do feel a little like something is wrong with me for being a single 27-year-old woman. Do you have any advice for dealing with this feeling, but also for coping with friends who are all of a sudden only care about marriage or lack thereof?
Listen, I've been 27. And now I'm 34 and a single woman with nothing but a dog to show for myself. And let me tell you what. First of all, I don't know if they're yanking...
And a podcast.
And a podcast. But I don't know if people are yanking my chain, but I have a lot of friends who have... Most of my dog's friends' parents are in relationships.
Sure.
And they always say to me, I don't know how you have a dog single. I don't know how you have a dog single. They always go, it's so hard. To be the only caretaker of a dog is actually much more work than 2 caretakers of a dog. First of all, I wanted to give you that. Second of all, yeah, I don't know. I think being the only single person at 27 is, it's just like a rite of passage, I think.
I guess I just don't understand what they're talking about if they all have boyfriends. Like, I can't imagine, like, being in a relationship and then only thinking about talking about your relationship. That's the most boring conversation. Like, I feel like it's only interesting to talk about boys when you're single and dating. Yeah. What is there to figure out? Why is so much chatter about the person, your roommate? Like, what are you talking about if you're all married? I guess
they're not in good relation. Like, I feel like if there's that much to yammer, because, like, there's not that much to discuss if the relationships are going good. Like, everyone's sitting around being like, my boyfriend's the best. No, my boyfriend's the best.
We had dinner.
Okay, that is not a fun party.
I guess the bad news is it sounds like you're in a group of losers who don't have anything interesting going on, but the good news is you're 27 and your life's about to change a lot because that's how life goes, and you can make cooler, newer friends, and you could even make not single friends who just have other things going on in their lives. But I want to say it's not your fault that your friends turned out to have very few ambitions or interests.
Yeah, I've been at a variety of bachelorette parties myself, and I've been at one where I feel like it was the one that I felt the most glaringly single at, and it was with a group of people where I'm like, we would not be friends in real life. This is awful, and no one is doing anything fun. Everyone there was like discussing their wedding planning in a way that was like, yeah, wow, 4 days later and there's still more to say. That's so great for you.
Yeah, sometimes you make friends in college and you think you have a lot in common, and then you grow up and it turns out all those things that were hobbies for them were just like kind of a way to fill the time till they could get married and give up on themselves. And unfortunately it sucks, but that happens to a lot of us, and you just have to find new friends.
Yeah, it doesn't happen to everybody, and I believe you'll find those people.
Do you want to read the next one?
Okay, I have 2 that I'm just going to read kind of as one.
Sure.
One of them is, I moved to NYC in December and I can't stop crying. I feel desperate even writing this, but your girl needs help. 33 female. I landed a career-changing job that moved me here in December. I had a really long, hard winter, and I was met with a lot of big change at once, so I'm trying to give myself grace. However, somewhere along the move, it feels like I lost faith in myself. I've reverted back to this big, fearful baby, and I've not been embracing change well. Does it get easier? The next one says, what is advice for a girl who cries a lot? Not out of specific sadness, but like TikToks, TV shows, or deep thoughts. I guess I feel like we've got, as a crier,
yeah,
let the bitches cry. I think as a society we need to move past this fear of crying. I think the biggest babies in the world are the ones who won't let me cry a little.
That's so true. If my crying makes you uncomfortable, then you're the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like there can only be so many changes for so long. Like, by definition, a crisis can't be forever. It has to be like an urgent moment. So if you're in New York City, I can't express enough how different it is once spring hits.
Yeah,
I think it came and it went. I hope you had one good week 2 weeks ago. If you didn't, then I guess New York City really isn't for you. But it gets better. The summer gets better, and I feel like eventually you'll adjust. But there's nothing harder in the world than moving to New York City, not knowing what you're doing, and it's cold. And it was, like, horribly cold. And I know you shouldn't base your whole life around the weather, but unfortunately in New York, it's kind of true.
It's kind of true. It's a walking city, and so when you can't go walking, it sucks. But that means that when you can go walking, it's, like, extra better than everywhere else in the world. I feel like moving to New York City in December is, like, absolute trial by fire. Like, it's treacherous. At least you had time to unpack, you know?
Mm-hmm. And now you get to
time
enjoy.
to settle in. And now this summer is when you really, I feel like the winter, even this winter, I feel like it was so antisocial. Like, people were so just like, it's disgusting out there. I can't. This summer, I think you'll be really happy.
Yeah, just give it, like, 3 more weeks from, like, a seasonal perspective.
And that being said, I think the crying is not the problem.
I keep crying. Cry on a beautiful street in the sun.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I in the wrong about not wanting to join my family, my parents and 2 sisters, all in our early 20s, to a family vacation in Greece because I have a bad relationship with one of my sisters? My sister C can be really fun to be around, but it's like walking on eggshells. She can blow up and start a fight at any moment, and being around her wears on me. Whenever she starts a fight, it really brings the mood down, and I don't think I would be able to enjoy the vacation. For context, my parents would pay for everything, but I'm European, so a vacation to Greece would be nice, but not something like a Bahamas trip that I wouldn't want to pay on my own. First of all, I think this is such a good lesson in context, because to me, Greece sounds way better than the Bahamas. But I guess, you know.
But you're not European.
And they have a higher sensibility than I do.
Well,
maybe there's
also
something
just
about
closer.
Atlantis.
Can I say, I wonder if...
No, of course that's what I'm saying, like the proximity of it all.
Yeah.
But still, objectively, some things are better than other things, and I feel like Bahamas is random.
Yeah, like your Greece is better than our Greece, which is, I guess, like Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Which is not, okay, no hate to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
But...
Anyway, I think you should go on the trip. I think you're going to regret it, because everybody dies eventually, and I think if you can go on a free vacation with your family, you should. If your big problems that you think you might get into a fight with your sister, okay. If I stopped doing things just because I was fighting with someone, this podcast wouldn't exist.
Yeah, that's so true.
Why do you think Ashley's crying all the time? It's because I'm always making her cry. And we keep going. We've been to Europe together, and it has been horrible, but we go. And
not every time is bad.
No, but there's always a couple bad moments.
Yeah, there's definitely a day or two.
I just think...
Jet lag, man. It gets ya.
Do you think there's families where people don't fight? Like, you think the only families that go on vacations are one where everyone gets along the whole time? I can't even conceive of it. When you said my sister C, I was almost worried this was about me. I fight with everybody, but I don't know. People still want to go on vacation with me. It's still a free trip to Greece.
Yeah, I guess I wonder, like, why... I still wonder why you wouldn't go. I guess unless you guys get into big fights and everyone takes her side and, like, makes you sleep in the hallway. I don't know. I guess I just think it's your family, too.
Yeah.
I think you need... I feel like in our Worm to the Wises lately, we have a lot of people who are, like, anticipating bad experiences and then, like, putting themselves in bad mindsets. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're like, oh, what if I go on vacation with her, then at some point we're going to blow up, and then it's, like, you're going to spend the entire time on the edge of your seat being like, the moments where we weren't fighting, I was thinking about fighting, and the moments where we were fighting, we were in a fight. Like, yeah, you're going to have a really bad trip. And maybe I wouldn't go to Greece. Like,
if you're treating your sister with the energy of, at any minute, you're going to ruin my vacation, she's going to be pissed at you.
Yeah.
That's going to, like, irritate and egg on. And so I just think, don't start ostracizing yourself from your family for no reason. If she's done something really fucked up, okay, but it seems like you guys are just, like, normal people.
Yeah.
And normal people love free vacations to Greece.
Yeah, unless she's, like, dumping detergent in your suitcase, I think you should go.
What?
I was just trying to think of something that would really bother me. I think if you dumped detergent all over my clothes, I would say, I wish you hadn't done that. You've ruined some of my clothes. Okay.
Noted.
Just, like, please don't. What is your preferred response to elitism, i.e. social climbing, name-dropping, displays of wealth, performing bourgeoisie? I am in industry and pursuing a very unstable and tumultuous career, fine art, in which this is inevitable, and you kind of have to lean into an extent, but I fucking hate it, and it feels so slimy and transactional. How do I tell my friend, for instance, that her constant name dropping and bragging about hanging out with billionaires is insufferable? She's an extremely valuable contact to have, and so she's created a situation where her transactional mindset is contagious. She's annoying me, but I can't burn the bridge because of the opportunity cost.
Okay, well, I think you need to, like, pot and kettle yourself. First of all, you can't use a friend and then be annoyed that she's better at using people than you. I guess you should shut your mouth and just use the opportunity, because that's the game you're playing too.
I don't want to live like this, but I can't single-handedly change the art world, LeMayo. How do you navigate these sorts of people and behaviors? I think you navigate them by assuming that other people agree. Like, life is long, careers are long. I think that if she is this, like, absolute sniveling social climber that everyone agrees is, like, only ever using people, you kind of have to believe that. I mean, first of all, it doesn't sound like you're in all of your social situations in earnest, like, only ever, like, making true, genuine, lasting friendships. You are also kind of using people, including this girl, but also, like, I don't know, I think you have to, like, go about the world. I mean, we're in comedy and entertainment. I think that there are places where obviously there are people who are just, like, straight up social climbers. We know so many people who, depending on who else is in the room, it, like, fully affects how nice they are to us. And I think you kind of have to trust other people know that. Like, other people see what you're seeing. And so if it matters, sometimes, and sometimes people who are suck-uppy social climbers get stuff that you want. And that's just kind of, it just happens. But, like, there's lots of opportunities. There's lots of situations. I think that if you're annoyed because you think that either they're doing what you want to be doing better than you are, then get better at social climbing. Or if you're annoyed because you think they're getting stuff that you deserve, get better at social climbing.
Yeah, I guess it's just, like, nobody's making you play the game but you. So you have to determine how bad you want it. And I think you can go person to person. There are some people who are, like, in non-creative fields, people have colleagues. And you can't just be, like, mean to the person in accounting because you think they suck. You have to learn to work with people. So you just have to determine who are your professional contacts and who are your real friends. And then only talk shit to your real friends.
Yeah.
This is something I work on. Pick, like, 3 or 4 people that you can be like, that person sucks every time you hang out with them. But then you have to hang out with them because it's, like, true, you're probably going to know them for the rest of your lives as long as neither of you quit your career. But I think, I don't know, you're playing the game too. Nobody's making you play the game. So you just have to be honest with yourself and know your boundaries and your limits. Some people suck too bad to even be fake to. There's some people that you'd be like, not for $1 million because I get dinner with you. But there's some people where you're like, for $1 million I would get dinner.
Yeah, and, like,
and then you sit and you be nice in that dinner.
There are people where I just, like, can't deal with them, and maybe I'll lose opportunities because I can't even pretend. Yeah. And I've decided that that's okay because I don't want to pretend. Okay.
Should I adopt a dog?
Yes.
I actually didn't read the rest of this.
Okay.
I absolutely love dogs and have been wanting one for a while. But I'm about to start med school at the end of July and I'm worried about the time. Okay, actually.
Oh.
I do have some money saved up, but the loans about to take out are enormous, so I don't know if I should really be adding on another expense right now. I'm in my mid to late 20s and live with my boyfriend who is on board and down to help out split costs, but he's also in med school in our city and will be very busy. My big worry is that if I don't get a dog now, then when? Because I'm signing up to be very busy for the next 8 years of my life. So it feels like there will never be a good time. I know other people who have dogs in med school, so I know it can be done, but I want someone to tell me if it would be worth it to just wait. I will say, I presume you're thinking about living for longer than 8 more years.
Yeah, okay, I have a couple things.
Sure.
One, listen, I really like having a dog. That being said, I never had one until my schedule cleared out of it. And I didn't think I could handle it. I also didn't have a partner, but I didn't think I could handle it a couple years ago. And I didn't get her until I was 30. The other thing, though, is I know med school is, like, long hours, but, like, lots of people have jobs. There are dog walkers in every city. Like, it is more expensive, obviously, to do it that way. But one thing I would suggest, if you really are like, I simply can't wait 8 years to get a dog. Well, 2 things. First of all, see how if your schedule evens out at all over the next 8 years. I know some years of med school are harder than others. Second of all, if you really want a dog, don't get a puppy. Like, you can adopt a slightly older dog that can
That's so smart.
handle, like, being alone more, that's, like, chiller. If you really want a dog, I think you can find a chill, non-puppy energy, like, dog whose behavior is more predictable, etc. And maybe that could be a good option.
Yeah. I guess if your boyfriend's in med school, then you know what to expect. I would say I think residency is the hard one. Wait till...
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. My best friend of 10 years ended our friendship over text. She was recently diagnosed with PMDD, which makes you lash out. I was her maid of honor, went to her mom's funeral with her, which is just over a year ago, and we lived together for 5 years. The text she sent me to end the friendship was cruel and painted me to be a person I know I'm not. How do I get over it? Or should I reach out to her and check? I'm worried about her and her grief and her newly discovered mental illness, but she really hurt me in this text, and I don't know if she's going to apologize.
The mental illness is PMDD?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I know we live in a world where we're accepting and less ableist, but there has to be a limit. You don't get to say I got a really bad period and that's why I like sent you the meanest text of your life that like made you question your own character. I don't think you have to check on her. I think she can apologize to you if she wants and you can determine if you want it. But I think I would say if it's like something that has like shaken you and your understanding of yourself, because if a best friend breaks up with you like that, you're like, wait, am I the worst person in the world? I feel like lean on your other friends. Allow people to like make you feel better about yourself, because that does suck and it hurts so much more coming from a friend. And I think you don't have to worry about her feelings right now. You get to like worry about yourself. And yeah, don't minimize what she did to you just because she gets her period. I'm sure you do too.
Well, she also lost her mom a year ago.
Oh, I missed that. Okay. I just heard she recently got diagnosed with PMDD.
No,
so
and I
sent
think
me a really mean text.
I agree with that part. I do think the grief part. Okay, listen, I'm not a doctor. I haven't gone to med school, but I do wonder if like the PMDD plus enormous grief is what prompted the text, and I don't think you like owe an apology. Like I don't think you have to reach out to her to apologize,
especially if she like ended the friendship with you. Like you know what I mean? I think I don't know.
But I think if you want to, like I think there is a version of a text you could send that's like, hey, this really wasn't okay. I'm still really hurt by it. I do hope you're okay, and like I don't want us to like never talk again. It's just like I can't just move past this text, but I hope you're okay. You know?
Yeah, if
I don't
you
know.
want.
If you want, like you don't have to do any. I wouldn't.
I mean, I think you get to be like, I don't know. There's a limit to how mean somebody gets to be to you.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially if they're specific. Like it's like one thing if they're just like being really mean, but it's another thing if they're like, I hate you and I don't want to be your friend. You don't have to be like, hey, but as a friend, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway. I made a friend back in grad school and we remained somewhat close after graduation. However, she always rubbed me the wrong way. There was nothing really wrong with her. She just annoyed me the more we hung out. A few years ago, I ghosted her and just stopped responding to her messages. We're in the same industry, so there's always a chance I'll run into her. It's only happened once so far, and we both pretended that we didn't know each other. Or I guess that we both pretend that we didn't see each other. I know I'm a bad person, and I wouldn't mind being an acquaintance of hers. I just don't want to be her friend. Is there any way to make amends? Should I even try? Okay.
No, you can't.
I do think you could, I think you could take the initiative to, reestablish a cordialness. Because I don't think ghosting somebody is so bad. Like, people fall out of touch all the time, but I'm sure she feels aware that she's the rejected one and isn't going to, I don't know. Have you ever, you could still say hi on the street. I feel like we know people where we met them professionally. We thought we were going to become friends with them. Turns out they did not want to be friends with us. But now it'd be crazy if we were at an event and, pretended to not see each other.
Okay, that's fair.
But I feel like it's on them to be, I'm like, okay, well, I liked you. I guess you don't like me. But if you want us to be cordial, it's kind of on you to come say hi and be nice. And then last night, we saw a girl we've talked a lot of shit about.
That's true.
And she came up and she was cordial for exactly 60 seconds and then said, oh, I'm going to go over there. And I said, that's perfect.
Yeah, I love that.
Because it would be crazy if we couldn't talk in real life.
And she was wearing a nice sweater, too.
Yeah. And, she handled it with grace. And I feel like, I feel like people have, I think it's hard to go from school to real life because in real life, when you're an adult, you have a job and you have to figure out what your professional relationships are versus your,
I guess when I said no, what I mean is I think you can open a door and I think if she could choose or not choose to accept a cordialness, and I don't think you can be offended either way. I feel like if you ghosted this person and are I feel like in your language, I think that a lot of people are much more aware than we give them credit for. And so if you're sitting here being I really don't like her, I could be acquaintances with her, but I could never be friends with her because her vibe sucks. There is a chance she knows you feel that way about her.
Yeah.
And
I feel like most people assume you don't like them, right?
Yeah, and so I think that if she says, yeah, I don't want to be acquaintances with this person who, kind of hates me or, feels this way about me, then that's fine. They're allowed to feel that way.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to finally tell my friends and parents that I'm going to apply for a grad school program in another country from 2027 to 2029, but I don't know how. I've been holding off because I don't want to be judged or told that I'm not being realistic.
then don't.
Yeah, I mean, tell them or don't tell them, but I think that if you're like strong in your convictions, you can even tell them in that way, being like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I don't know.
I guess what's the question?
How do I tell them? I think this is another case of like anticipating.
I guess why not wait to find out if it's even going to happen? Like,
That's
is she
true.
in? Did she get into grad school
No, she's
yet?
applying.
Okay. So how about you wait and see if they, you know what I mean? Maybe there's nothing to tell.
Yeah, maybe there's nothing to
I
tell.
just think it'll be a lot easier to come to your parents with like, here's my plan for the next 2 years versus like, here's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Because like maybe
then they can talk you out of it.
Yeah.
And it seems, I don't know. I think that it's not. Maybe anticipate that they'll be excited for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you have to assume that they're going to be like.
But I think if you're worried that like you're not going to be able to withstand their questions or criticism, it's easier to have like a concrete plan in place.
Yeah. That's true.
Because then like you don't want to be like doubting yourself and then get rejected and then like double down doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like maybe like it doesn't work out this time, you don't tell them at all, and then when it does work out, you go and tell them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is a lot. I mean, when I started stand-up, I didn't tell anyone until I like was booking shows and I like posted about them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to hear any shit from anybody.
I mean, I tell people a lot, but then I'm very difficult, so you can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, either get more hard-headed or get more, the motion is already in motion and you can't stop this rolling boulder.
Do you have any left?
Yeah, I have one more.
Okay, perfect.
I am stuck on what I should choose as a career path. Should I go for variety, like learning about art? Should I go for variety, like learning about art, to being a doctor? I'm 19 and not sure what's the path I have to choose.
I don't know.
Okay, this makes no sense to me. I read this before and I thought it made sense, and now I actually don't think it does. If you're 19 years old,
I guess try
don't
both
choose
because nothing
anything yet.
matters. Yeah.
don't choose anything. Experience stuff and make a choice later.
How about this? How about get through your prereqs and then make a choice? How about try orgo? You know, I think let's let organic chemistry decide what you want to do. Let's let being a barista and then
Like, should
making
I
your
go
paintings at night decide what you want to do. I
for
think just keep living
variety?
life.
I don't know. Maybe see like what your head has space for. You know.
Good
Sometimes,
news. There's no choice to be made.
There's no choice yet, but another fun no choice yet one. I actually do have one more. I don't know where to move to.
Sure.
I know I want to move, and I'm getting my savings together, but I have no idea where I want to be, and it can be quite expensive to visit places to get an idea of the place, and also hard to know what places will suit my lifestyle. Do you have tips? Yeah, baby, lists. I think you can do a lot of learning before you've actually been to a place.
Get on Google Maps and drag the little person down the street and just walk
around like a little man. And then I think once you've narrowed it down to like 2 places, then plan it. It's not, if you can't do 2 visits to places, then you shouldn't be moving
I also think,
like that.
you know, there's only so much you can know from a visit.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, you're going to make a choice and hopefully it works out. And if not, in a
Move
couple
again?
years, you could try again.
I think something so important about moving that everybody forgets is that it's not permanent.
I don't know. I've never moved in my life.
That's actually so true. I've moved a lot.
Yeah.
And you can just keep doing it.
Yeah.
As long as your heart desires. I moved to LA. I moved to New York.
She moves every year in New York.
No.
She moves our studio. She
Yeah.
loves.
I love moving.
There's
things.
somewhere else better. She's sure of it. She'll find it.
I feel quite happy right now, but ask me again next year, baby. Things could go switch in. But I just think the idea that you can't, I don't know, maybe don't have too much clutter so that if you move again, it's not so stressful.
Yeah.
I think maybe get underbed boxes that make packing easy and move around as much as you feel like. And that's our worm to the wise.
Thank you guys to everyone who submitted. Follow us on Threads.
Yeah.